All right, part one on how to make one of these coil bowls. You should look at your design. Now, normally I would say you should have your design out on the table, but I don't want your sketchbook to get all covered with clay. So what I would recommend is that you go look at your design and then memorize it. I know mine has 4 hearts in it. If you need to go look at it later, again, that's fine. I'm just trying to keep the clay off your sketchbook. So figure out what you're going to do, and then either set it someplace very safe on the table or put it back in your storage drawer. Then, next step, you're going to take your bowl. Everyone's going to have a plastic bowl. And you're going to have a piece of saran wrap, cling wrap. Straighten it out, make sure it's not overlapping. Now at the end, I'm going to reuse the saran wrap, so give it back to me. So at the very end, you're going to return your bowl and your saran wrap. You're going to be carrying it with the saran wrap. Let's put this in here. Doesn't have to fit tight, just got to be slid in there. Okay, next step. You're going to have a piece of clay and a mat to work on. You may be sharing the mat with the person next to you. And this mat is just oilcloth to keep the table clean. Your clay is covered with a damp cloth. Any clay you're not using, keep it covered with a damp cloth so it doesn't dry out. You have one class to do this in, and that's today. So you start out by just going to kind of push your clay together. We don't hit it on the table. This is, it's called wedging. You push towards the center. And that just kind of evens the moisture in it. So then you wedge the clay by pushing in towards the center. Next thing you do, you're going to break off a chunk about this big. You can see it in the palm of my hand. The rest of my clay I set aside and I cover with my cloth. Then I'm going to take the clay and I'm going to roll a coil. I start out in my hands, get the coil going, and then once I have it going, I can roll it on the oilcloth, not on the table, please, because then we won't have to do a big cleanup at the end. You want to keep it even, so if I have thicker parts, I roll them. And then the idea is to get a coil that's even all the way down. This is called a coil, these things that look like a snake. So you have a coil. It should be about the thickness of your finger. So about the thickness of my finger. Don't go smaller than that. We're going to be arranging these inside the bowl. So I'm just going to give this a little bit more. I know that the very center of my design has a spiral that starts to form a heart on the edge. So I'm going to think a spiral in the middle. Then it comes up. You guys can see what I'm doing. Comes up and forms a heart. Comes back down. Now right here I can just break that off where that's going to end. So there's my first shape. I'm going to pick it up. Now the part that will show will be this part that will be against the bowl. And I'm going to set it into my bowl. And then I keep doing that. So I keep rolling coils or using parts of the ones I have. And I can fill in. I know that in the middle of my heart there's a spiral. So I'm going to put that in there. And I'm going to keep going with that. So then I break off another piece of clay. Same thing. Started in between my hands, between my palms. And roll it into a nice even coil. And then I'm going to probably form the next heart. put it in. I need one opposite here. Just setting it in there. And then I need more clay inside of it. And I continue on like that. So that's the first couple of steps I'm making these.